Okay, welcome to the Sequoya Show. Yeah, the Sequoya Show. I said, welcome to the Sequoya Show. Look, the Sequoya Show. Okay, welcome to the Sequoya Show. Yeah, the Sequoya Show. She's the original individual, metaphysical, speaking to her spiritual. Thoughts are way too critical. She creating miracles. Promise she gon' get to you. Only affected by a few. Beginning to her chronicles. Maybe we'll get logical. Logically, she probably tell the truth through honesty. Welcome to the show. Y'all family.
Y'all family.
Y'all family.
Hey, Pat. Well, welcome back to the Sequoia Show. It's amazing that we have come this far already. We are at our second to last show. Let me move my chair up. So, we are at our second to last show, and it is so bittersweet. It's bittersweet for me because, number one, we have come such a long way, and we've shared a lot through our guests and through myself and our co-host, and as well as the chat room and you. And I'm hoping that everyone learned something to take along their way. I'm also, it's kind of bitter for me because I'm enjoying you, I'm enjoying sharing, and I'm enjoying everyone that's been on. So for me, it's bittersweet. But I'm excited about this show. I want to say thank you, Pat, for reminding me happy belated birthday to my grandfather. His birthday was December 9th. 1919. He's not here, but we do want to celebrate you and give you honor. Also, tonight's show is called Using Your Nightmare to Create Your Happy Ending. Using your nightmare to create your happy ending. So I'm very excited about this show tonight because so many of us feel like we are living in a total nightmare. I mean, things go wrong, things don't go the way we want them to or expect them to go, and it just feels like we can't win for losing. No matter what it is that we do, nothing goes right, or things are going right and going sweet, and then out of nowhere, boom, here goes something that's happening. And then we're just like, well, I've come this far. What else am I supposed to do? And then you have all of these dreams and all of these goals that you want to reach, but it just seems like out of nowhere, there's always something happening where you can't move on to the next stage and accomplish what you want to accomplish. But we have people who actually push through that. They push through accomplishing stuff even when they're going through certain things, including myself. We've all gone through a lot. We've all have or had a story that we could tell or have told. And so I welcome you today to learn how you can still push past those things and still be successful and still live your dreams even through your nightmares. And not only that, but how to flip your nightmare, like flip it upside down and make it become your dream. Like, make it become your happy ending. How you can utilize that one thing that you thought was going to bring you down and just switch it and flip it upside down. I've heard many times people say, Sequoia, you've turned your lemons into lemonade. I've heard that several times before. Well, guess what? I'm tired of just hearing people say that and not doing it themselves. So today's show is about teaching you how to also turn your lemons into lemonade. So we have special guest Rakaya Ankrum that's going to be on. She goes by Nailah Ankrum. That's her name, her author name. She's reestablishing herself in the author community, and I'm just glad that she's going to be on the show because she's versatile, she's creative, and she's very transparent in what she's going through. And she's learned and she's been turning her lemons into lemonades. It doesn't mean that you're not going to go through anything. It doesn't mean that everything bad is going to stop. And I always say it's not a bad experience or something bad that happens to you. It's an experience that you can learn from. But at the same time and in the same breath, there are things that we go through that we don't want to go through. And it's possible to still reach your dreams and your goals and to still have that happy ending no matter what it is that you're going through. So tonight's show is all about that. We also have our co-host Lynn, who's going to be on tonight, and she's going to be sharing some of her stuff in her segment, Keeping It Real with Lynn. And so I'm excited about that as well. I also want to give a shout out to my chat room. I cannot wait until next week when we announce who the winner is for our gifts. Lynn has packaged, and she's come up with the idea that she wants to package up a gift, because each season we have an awesome chat room. I mean, the chat room is always on fire. And so she said she came up with the idea that she wants to utilize her business and her services and her products to be able to give away to our most live chat room person, the one person that's always been there, the people who have, or the person who has the most positive thing to say, the most greatest comment, the most boldest question. So if you've been in this chat room, you definitely will want to be here next week when we display who it is that has won the chat room contest. Also, I want to give a special shout out, number one, to Kim Sewell, because she's done them awesome flyers that you've seen that came out throughout the season, throughout the entire season, and even prior to the season. She took the time out to make sure she put all of her heart and her team and her talent into the flyers for the Sequoia Show, because she believes in what the Sequoia Show has to offer, and the Sequoia Show believes in what Kim Sewell and her people have to offer as well. So, and she says when she does something for someone in her business, it's called You've Got Served. So I've gotten served by Kim Sewell. You can contact Kim Sewell at on Facebook at I Am Kim Sewell. She's also on Twitter at I Am Kim Sewell, and I believe on Instagram as well at I Am Kim Sewell. If you need to reach out to her via email for any requests, I believe it's info at IamKimSewell.com. But reach out to her on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram before you even try that, because I think that's the best way to contact her regarding her services. So thank you, Kim, for those awesome flyers for our social media and email campaign and text messaging campaign that you created for us. I got served. The Sequoia Show got served. Lynn, you got served. Okay, also I want to give a special shout out to Wear My T-shirt, because they created this wonderful T-shirt that I wore for the past 2 shows, and also on my special edition show that I did this past Sunday. If you didn't see it, you can check it out on YouTube. Just put in Sequoia Willis on YouTube in the search engine, and you'll be able to access that show, the New York and Ferguson cases and everything that's been going on just for the past few decades. They also did a hand towel for me and for the show. It's the Sequoia Show hand towel. So the chat room guests will be also receiving one of those things too. And check them out, iwearmytshirt.com. And also right now on eBay, they are having a sale, 99 cents. You can get any kind of graphic you want on your t-shirts, on your hand towels. So I think it's t-shirts, but I'm not sure. But go check it out, 99 cents. You cannot beat that. iwearmytshirt.com. Check them out on eBay. They are Wear My T-shirt. And special thanks to Kasim Hall for putting me on to his wonderful company that he is in partnership with. Also, I just want to thank you all for just being here and just wanting to learn everything. So now this show, we've gone through many things in our lives, and we get stopped. Sometimes we get depressed. You know, it can be an incident when it comes to relationships. It can be an incident when it comes to work, where it comes to just everyday things, paying bills, getting evicted, any kind of thing that you're doing. And I'm hoping that throughout the show you've learned how to tap into the power within yourself. This show is also about tapping into the power within too, because we think and we immediately tap into the power of woe is me and throwing pity parties. And pity parties are not parties that really people want to come to. I mean, you can invite people to them, and people who are also going through stuff, they come in and they join your pity party too. And y'all start comparing stories about, you know, how everything is not working for you in your lives and each other. And, you know, you just feeling like, okay, you're one and the same because you both are going through something. But a pity party is not something that you want to be about. really, because it doesn't feel good. Also, when certain things happen to us, whether it be abuse, whether it's relationship breakups, whether it's losing a job, whether it's having to move, we tend to get depressed. Like the holidays are here, they're upon us, and some of us may not be able to get for our children the way we want to get for our children. But look at the brighter side. We have a roof over our heads, we have clothes on our backs, food on the table, and if a will and a way, and there's always God. You can always pray about them and just believe that you can get those things. However, getting depressed about those things is not good. That is a sickness. It creates stress in your body. It creates disease in your body. Whatever you put into your body is what creates all of that negative stuff that's moving through it, including illness. So whatever you put in through your mouth, whatever you put in through your ears, whatever you put in through your eyes, and just in reading wise and in your brain, whatever is circulating through your brain, whatever you're thinking about, it just creates more of that stuff. And it just feels like the things are never ending. The circumstances are always going on, and you just cannot get out of it because that's what you're constantly focusing on. However, there's a certain power that you have, that you were given, that you were born with, that can help you to get out of those circumstances. And yes, you still may feel some of those same things that you feel as far as a sadness or a regret or maybe a resentment, but you will start to break through those things as soon as you start utilizing those powers. But the one thing that I encourage everyone to do is to do as I did, as to do as our guest did, as to do as every guest and co-host that you find or hear on this show. And that's to push through no matter what. I mean, if you are dying to just own your own business or to write a book, if you are not dying, if you are living, I'm a big on my words, if you are living to write a book, if you are living to achieve your dreams and to achieve your goals, then even if you're going through some pain or you hurt yourself, what do we tell our children when they fall off their bikes and they hurt themselves or they scar themselves? We tell them, get back up and just keep doing it again. So even though they're in pain or they're scarred and there's a little bit of blood and they got a little scrape on their knee, what do we tell them to do? They get back up, even though they may feel that sting and that burn, and they get back on that bike and they still push forward. They push those pedals forward. And we have done the same thing. We have to push those pedals forward, even though we feel the sting, and even though we feel the burn. The same thing when we're working out. We have a goal that we're trying to accomplish. We want to lose weight, we want to tone, we want to build muscle. It's different things. We want to keep our hearts in shape, we want to build our lungs back up. And even though we feel the sting and even though we feel the burn, we still keep pushing forward. We still continue on because we have a goal in mind. And it's the same thing in your life. No matter what it is that you are going through, no matter what it is that's causing you grief, you still have to push forward, even though you feel the sting, even though you feel the burn. You keep going. Why? Because at the end of everything, at the end of it all, you still have a goal that you are trying to accomplish. You have to begin with the end in mind. Begin with the end in mind. And I have my co-worker Shelby, who also introduced me to one of our last guests that we had on, Kenneth Holman, and she sent me an email today, and I don't remember the quote right away. However, I do know that she stated something to the point of the fact that what you think in your mind. See, you can look in a mirror and you can see this physical stuff, and you could be going through something and you can look at the outside of it, because really that's the mirror when you're looking at the outside of something. But what you think in your mind and who you are on the inside is really who you are. It's really what you need to fine tune. It's really what you need to be. So you're thinking about these goals and these dreams. You're feeling these goals and these dreams. You're dreaming about these goals in this dream. God gave you those goals, those visions, and those dreams so that you can continue to push forward no matter what. Because those are the things That is the power that you have to overcome everything that you need to overcome. I mean, I would not be here right now if my aunt, if my mom who raised me didn't tell me to look at the dancing. I was in dance school. I did everything in dance inside school. She said somebody was going to write a book. I mean, I started writing. My sisters started writing. My cousins were writing. You know, everything. She told us just to be ourselves. She taught us to be ourselves. She taught us to tap into who we really were without saying that's who you really are. But those are the things that took our minds off of everything, including the abuse that we received and went through with our parents. So that is the thing that God gave you uniquely to focus on. You may be the person that help people. You may be the person that listen to people. You may be the person that draws. You can build stuff with your hands. You can write a story like nobody else. You can sing a song like nobody else. Because I wish I could sing. I wish. But I can't sing. I mean, I could sing, but you wouldn't want to hear me sing. Thank God this is a talk show, not a singing show, because there probably wouldn't be any viewers. But anything it is that you're going through, what you're supposed to be focusing on is the things that you dream about the most. They're not supposed to become pipe dreams. They're supposed to become dreams that you actively engage in so that you can go ahead and push forward in your life. I don't even care if it's a breakup. I don't care if somebody disrespected you and you've given your all to them. It is time now for you to give your all to you so that you can be able to give back and give to other people in the right way, and so that they can receive it when they need to receive it. With that being said, let me bring on our guest, Nailah Ankrum. So I'm going to call her now, that she's been home waiting. And also I want to let you know, if you want to make a comment, you can log in. If you want to contact us through social stream or chat and you want to make a comment or have a question, log in with your username from Facebook and your password from Facebook or Twitter, and or log in with a Ustream password, which takes seconds to create. We'll be here. We're not going anywhere. So you can go ahead and do that too. And you'll be able to ask questions, make comments. I'll read them out loud. I ask them out loud. We'll answer them out loud right here on the show. Pat, you said I missed that one. I have to tune in. I want a t-shirt. Yeah, you can find it on YouTube too. And so let me get Rakaya on right now. So this show is using your nightmare to create your happy ending. Nailah. I'm pulling her up. And thank you again for being here. If you missed the beginning of the show too, it's going to be reposted throughout social media, and it'll also be here on Ustream. Ustream keeps it on for a certain amount of months. You'll be able to access it, but if you need to go back and look at shows, you can either go on my website, http://mtaclifestyle.webs.com. You can also access it on Lynn's website, our co-host, inspirationsbylynn.webs.com. That's mtaclifestyle.webs.com and inspirationsbylynn.webs.com. And you can also go on YouTube and put in the search engine Sequoya Willis, and all of the shows will come up from the past season and the season prior. Let's get Rakaya on, because I know she's been waiting. Okay.
Hello?
Hi, Rakaya. How are you?
Hi, Sequoia. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to have you on the show. I think that this is one of the most exciting shows for me, because I know what I went through when I was going through certain things, and I had to make up in my mind that no more will I go through these things. I'm going to push forward no matter what. So I'm excited to have you on the show, and I informed everyone that you go by Nailah, and that is your author's name. And I just want you to tell us about yourself, briefly about yourself.
And I'm a villain manager, and I'm a author as well. Writing is my passion, so I love to write. I go by Nailah. Yes, my name is Sequoia, but I do go by Nailah when it comes to my writing. My sister has two teenage books. I work very hard, and I'm a people person, and I would like to inspiration to others.
Nailah, are you on your speakerphone or are you on the regular phone?
I'm not on the speakerphone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay, I can hear you. Let me see if maybe I could, because it sounded a little muffled to me. But, okay, so say that one more time. You said you go by Nailah.
Yes, I go by Nailah when it comes to my writing. Nailah is my middle name. Nailah is my first name, but I do like to be called Nailah. I'm an author. I wrote a book called